YouTube, today it is time to start the build. And when I say the build, I mean the big one. the new one that I've been planning for like a year now. So what we're going to do today is we're going to rip out everything in here. Seats, floor, etc. Carpet, gone. I'm also pulling out all of my power cable and O-gauge. So what I've got is new concepts in there, but just the CCA stuff. But what I've got here is all of the OFC power cable, which is the heavy, the good stuff. I've got some underlay that's going to go underneath the carpet, well, where the carpet was, etc. I've got all new RCAs to run, so I'm going to take out my Stinger 4000s, replace it with Stinger 6000s, and a bit more stuff in there. So there's quite a bit of work to do. So today is day one of this. We're going to get it stripped. And there's the inside stripped, all the back, and obviously I've taken the back seats out as well. Power cables coming out. Now I'm ripping the whole floor out because, as you can see here, I actually had a battery fall over probably 6 months ago and spilled battery acid everywhere, and it's just fucked the carpet up. So this whole piece of carpet is coming out. Alright, there we are, stripped the carpet out completely, all the way to under the seats where it is the front carpet piece. So yeah, that's how we're looking. And now we'll lay down some deadener and some underlay and stuff. Alright, so just started doing a bit of deadener in the back here, and I ran out of what I had, so I don't have any car builder stuff anymore. This was done like 5 years ago. I had one sheet of Dynamat which I just used here, and then I've got a nice box of samples of the Aero STP deadener. This is from Best Soundproofing, which I can put a link in the description. Now all I got to say is I just did this piece here, just that one sheet of it. It is really nice to work with. What's really nice about this is, as you said, the Dynamat there, it's split. When I was doing that groove, it split. Now the groove is the same here as it is here, and it just, yeah, absolutely split down the middle as soon as I rolled it. Whereas the STP has pressed right in and hasn't split at all on any of these bumps or grooves. And I've even actually been applying that with the handle of the actual roller. So that's definitely like quite pointy on the edge there, and it still didn't split. So I was pretty impressed at how much it took before it got to its point. As I said, just here it's just starting to break away, just here in the middle. But as I said, that's quite a hard edge, whereas the Dynamat completely split. So yeah, I was literally put in one sheet, and I was like, wow, that was nice. So anyway, I've got I think 4 or 6 sheets, so that should be enough to do what I was left with doing in the car. And yeah, so this was actually going to go in the tonner. I've got quite a bit of this. I think I'm just going to buy more and do the tonner with it, because that was impressive. Alright guys, so what I've laid down here is a waterproof carpet underlay. This is a car builder's one. I actually had some of this left over that I bought up again like 2 years ago, so I thought may as well use it. So I've done the underlay. The thing I do like about this is it is waterproof, and what it means by that is that if water goes through the carpet, it doesn't absorb it and then get smelly. It will, you know, eventually obviously dry out, but it won't hold on to the moisture and then smell. Which in, you know, opposite this stuff, which is what your factory comes with, is the opposite of that. It holds all the moisture and it stinks. So yeah, so that's gone. So that's my new underlay. So that's all deadened under the entire floor. And then we've done that over the top. That's deadened as well. Obviously I only do the carpet underlay under where you can actually put your feet. Now what I've also done here at the back is, well, in saying that, this is where the seats bolt in. So they bolt here and here. They kind of clamp onto the front. And then they click down here. Now obviously I've got these cables that are going to run under the new carpet and into there. And so what I've done is I've cut a groove out here for my speaker cables to go down. So then all my panels can go back in the sides, the new carpet can go over, and then you won't see these bulging out or anything. So I've done that, a bit bigger groove over there because the RCA is going to come through as well. And then in this cubby house little spot, which I'm going to make a wooden box like insert for, we're going to have the 2 crossovers, and we're just going to have our powers pretty much. So permanent power, constant power from the battery, and at grounds, and then some distribution blocks, and that'll all come out of this and up to the amps. Instead of running from under the seat through all my kicks, is running through here. Now I've just drilled the 2 holes. I'll put yours in there. You should be able to see them just there. There are like 30mm holes, and they're about here. down underneath, obviously, in the actual floor layer. So that's my two powers, will come up through that, and then obviously on that side, my two earths, O-gauge earths, will come up through there. And that's by far enough power and earth. So that's two lots of O-gauge OFC earth and power, when I'm probably only going to be running, with the two monos and the 4-channel, a max of maybe 350, 400 amps would be like, you know, if everything was running in a perfect world. So that's definitely enough power cable run. Just doing some wiring here of the new wire. So this is the OFC stuff into the fuses, dual 300 amp fuses that are in there right now. I might actually downgrade those to say dual 2s, 200 amp fuses, but that's what we got right now. So that's power cable in the front. Obviously that's the big run there that goes to the back. So I'm just prepping right now, and I've got my carpet just here on the back of a tonner. This is the new floor carpet for the Jackaroo. So it's a reasonably thick carpet and like kind of a charcoal grey. So it'll look good in the car. That kind of charcoal will go quite well with the doors, and it'll look good. It'll be a little bit fresher than the than what it had in here. And as I said, the charcoal should go well with most of the plastic interior. Is all that darker kind of grey. So anyway, that's what we're trimming. What I've got here pre-loomed is all my RCAs. So I've got Stinger 6000 series, 3 channels worth, like front rear sub, pre-loomed. So that's that, ready to be ran. So I'm going to do that soon. And then I've also got pre-loomed just there, a remote wire, a voltmeter wire, and an accessory power wire. So if I need to run some LEDs or fans or something like that. Right, now this is my old piece of carpet from the floor, laid out over the new carpet. So what I'm going to do is cut it out, just a rough outline. Obviously I'm going to go a bit bigger on the new carpet, so I've got some room to work with, and I'm pretty much just going to glue it to the car and cut it to size. It's not going to be coming out, put it that way. I definitely don't plan on re-carpeting it. So part one of the carpet is in, so that is from the back of the seats to the middle, to the back of the front seats. And that's that. So what I did is glued the middle section down. Obviously I have floor mats and everything that go over the top of this as well. I got one big runner that goes all the way across, and but that's that. So what I did is I glued, as I said, the kind of the middle portion and onto the back here. When it came under the seats, I didn't bother gluing right up to the edges, or same with these edges. They're not glued down, so I can still peel it up if I need to change anything at a later date. And as far as like seat bolt holes and stuff, what I did is I got a drill bit and a little blowtorch, and I just heated the end of the drill bit up and then poked them straight through. Same with the ones here for the seats in the back. So it's a perfect little fit, and I don't have to cut out big notches or anything. So I just did that. You can see where I've got the foam in the back here, which is keeping my wires safe on both sides. Alright, so I put the back here back together and the seats and everything, and I've also now done the wheel arches. So that's that one trimmed, that's that one trimmed at the side, and just to show you what it'll look like. So nicely covers that. Before I had there's like cutouts here for where the rear like row seats would bolt in. So now it's just trimmed over them neatly, so that hides that. And yeah, the grey looks really good in the car. You can actually see some of the original carpet under the front seats where it comes through, and it's like dirty looking compared to the grey. So anyway, now I'm going to trim the final piece, which is the big back piece here, and it will sit obviously right into all the corners and everything, run down here, and it will run just over the top of that front piece of that one, so it'll sit just a little further and just sit over the top of it. Guys, and then we have the floor trimmed. So this floor, what I did actually, the original floor had like a hard backing, so I actually stuck the new carpet to it. So I haven't done that front section yet, like under the front seats, but I'll do that at some point when I pull the front seats out. And then obviously that's just there with my cables. I just had that there so stuff doesn't fall in it right now. And I've just got that join on the back there for the carpet, just overlaps over the top of that one. But as you can see where the seats click in, right on top of that. So anyway, that's that done for today. Up front, I've also got the O-gauge refitted. This is the OFC stuff ready here, and it's just dangling underneath the car, so I've just got to run it. On the weekend I also ran, I didn't really show it, but I also ran all new 6000 series Stinger RCAs, pulled the deck out and plugged it all in. So that's all done, all the new cabling, all the O-gauge is ran and in there. I'll come around here and I'll show you my earths. So there were some factory holes in the chassis rail up underneath here, and we're just there. That's them there, so they actually bolted straight to the chassis. So I'm going to use the original tub tray for this. Actually, change of plans. I've got a piece of wood in there as an insert. That'll be so I can actually mount stuff to it. Then what I've done here is I have traced the, underneath there, the original lid, which is cut down right there. I'll take this insert out. So the idea is that's the tray. I'll have the holes in the ends for the extra power. Now what I'll be able to do is, that won't be used, but I will be using this half. It'll sit like that still as a lid. The cables will be able to come out and go to the amps through there. And then this piece will be mounted on top of this as a kind of an extended lid. It will sit up 6mm, but it will cover the actual cables coming out. We have finished product for today. So pretty much I've trimmed the whole rim, as you can see, in the black carpet, and the inside of the black carpet, and then the edges I've done in the grey. Now the lid will shut right to this edge on obviously, and it'll be grey. So exterior all grey, interior all black. So that's the original pocket, just with some trim on it to make it blend in a little more with the rest of the boot floor. So I got my lid on and trimmed, as you can see. So it just kind of blends with the floor. But again, there's going to be trim over the top of this anyway. But anyway, that's my lid for my power cable. Now I can still fit my fingers between there, and that is where the power cables will run out. Yeah. Now for amp mounting, the FPS 3Ks and the 4-channel, 3000 should I say, they're 1.5K amps, will be sitting like that. Now when you look at it on this angle, as you can see, it is actually still behind or in line with the headrest. Inside we have 2 runs of O-gauge just there, 2 runs of O-gauge power just there, and then we've got my speaker wires on that side. This side's got speaker RCA, etc. And there's the crossovers. Obviously none of that's actually wired yet, but it's all there. And it's literally as simple as that, under the seats, and all my cabling is completely hidden and gone. So you won't see anything.